Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I want to tell you about the top 5 tricks that you may never have heard of for ultimate success in farming the Castrum Lacus Litore, the endgame dungeon of the brand new Bozjan Southern Front. If this content helps you at all, I'd super appreciate if you considered giving the young Bozjan slap to that like button and cat daddying that subscribe button. So the first tip is that the Castrum spawns on 1 hour cycles in the instance. You probably already knew that though if you're seeing this video. So let's say that you're brand new in a brand new instance like this one right now in the screenshot. This means that you can go forward and stay in that instance with the confidence that in exactly or approximately 1 hour's time from the first player's time, that this instance is still going to be around when the next Castrum will spawn. I speak from experience where I have waited for roughly an hour only to find out, oh, the instance is dead and now we have maybe 20 players left. Whoops. Of course, unfortunately, this doesn't always work out because sometimes the very first person leaves, but roughly speaking, this does work out well. This can be easily accessed though by typing in /SEA or /C, whichever you prefer, into the command line, or from the social to player search, and then specifically adventure list tab. But myself, I definitely prefer the convenience of just typing /C command. My second tip is that you should go from instance to instance and not be shy of leaving the instance and queuing back in and then asking in shout chat what the estimated time of arrival of the Castrum is. Or I just type in ETA Castrum and then people are just like, well, it's already arrived on the map. Yeah, I get it. Maybe not the best wording, but phrase it however you really want to. Honestly, I have noticed that people are going to be very happy to help most of the time. Sometimes they'll get a sarcastic answer, or sometimes they'll get nothing, but usually people realize the more people in the Castrum, the better the chance is that we can actually save the prisoners very quickly for even more loot, and so it's a little bit of intrinsic motivation if I'm being quite blunt. Mainly, don't be scared to hop, and don't be scared to ask. It's really a good thing. Now my next tip is going to be a suggested setup if you say need to step away during the sometimes hour-long wait. Let's say that you need to pick up a pizza. Let's say that maybe you need to just cook some craft dinner really quickly and just need to step away for 10 minutes. If you type in /HUD layout or open it through the customization menu, this is going to open up the menu that you can customize all of your HUD elements and allow you to AFK without being booted. And now, while this next thing could be its own tip on its own, I'm going to just shove it here since it really goes with the HUD layout trick really well. So if you say want to play another game or watch Netflix and not monitor the game so heavily, I'd recommend that you open up your map and keep it open in the background of the HUD layout because you can still make it out. But in your settings, you should crank up the volume and keep these few select boxes turned on at all times. Specifically, you want to allow sounds to play, and then specifically system sounds when the window is not active. And so this is going to allow you to hear the noise when Castrum popped, even if you're tabbed out watching Netflix or your favorite show or whatever. My fourth tip is going to be macros, because a lot of us are taking actions that we want to apply to the entire team, right? So why not just make life easier with that? So the nice thing about actions in the Bozjan Southern Front is that they are actually registered officially as Duty Action 1 and Duty Action 2 in the Actions and Traits menu. This will allow you to be able to drag and drop and place them anywhere and everywhere. But for us, we want to macro them so that we can apply handy buffs like Steel Sting and Spellforge to our entire party with one press of a button. This is going to work for any buffs like Shell, Protect, or even Bravery. Why manually target and apply? Likewise, the macro is on the screen right now. In the wise words of one of my mentors, ain't nobody got time for that. Fifthly, my final tip is one that might help people farming this out a lot, especially if you are planning to grind it out over and over again. So actions like Chain Stratagem and Ninja's Trick Attack apply a debuff to the boss. This debuff on a single boss makes it so that it amplifies the damage of all players in the instance attacking it, not just your own groups. So in an instance with potentially 48 other players, a single trick attack or single chain stratagem will do an absolutely disgusting amount of work. This is actually why my preference to grind this content is actually to go on my Scholar. One word of warning though is very carefully watch the boss for chain stratagems or trick attacks already being applied to the boss and stagger them out the best you can. Especially because these do not actually stack and instead completely overwrite the other one. Let's say one chain stratagem is applied for 15 seconds. Oh, scholar number 2 just applied their chain stratagem. That's always heartbreaking to see, because if you stagger it out, you can have a lot of uptime on that. So use them wisely, time them wisely, and watch every boss get Bozjan slapped across their arse. Anyhow, that is my top 5 tricks most people probably haven't heard yet for farming the Castrum Lacus Litore. If this content has helped you at all, or you're amused about my silly tricks, I would super appreciate if you considered giving the old Bozjan slap to that like button, and cat daddying that subscribe button. I hope that I'll see you in the Bozjan Southern Front, or in my next video, or both. Anyhow, take care and have a fantastic day.